What's going on, Bears fans? Nicholas Moreano here alongside my guy Patrick Norton. After the Bears, they won this game today, Patrick, 24-17 over the Tennessee Titans, but along the way to that victory, there were so many different emotions. It was literally a roller coaster ride. If you were here at Soldier Field, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. But for you, getting to see your first victory, regular season victory at Soldier Field, what was this all like for you?
It felt like the most Bears game ever, except they actually got the win. They got it done. Something that really hasn't happened in the first 2 years under Matt Eberflus is being able to close in the fourth quarter, and this was a fourth quarter win for this team.
And you know what? They did it in really old ways. Defensive football, special teams were able to really lift an offense that struggled the entirety of the game. And you know, that's obviously something that this team's got to figure out as Caleb Williams in his rookie season is kind of going through, you know, just his rookie campaign. But, Patty, we were talking about the roller coaster of emotions. Where do you felt like it was either highest or lowest throughout the point of this game? Because, again, there were a bunch of peaks and valleys in this victory for the Bears.
Lowest, for sure, is coming out of halftime, that first offensive drive, and they went nowhere. In fact, I think they ended up going backwards.
Yeah.
And it was 4th and 30, and the Boo Birds were out for that one.
Yeah.
And, you know, not rightfully so, but understandably so. And that just kind of encapsulated those first three quarters.
Yeah, and you know what? The Boo Birds were out, but we also felt like we felt the exact opposite, though, in certain points of this game. Oh, yeah. And there were a couple plays that showed that. It was a punt block from Daniel Hardy and scoop and score from Jonathan Owens. But then I don't think this place was louder after Tyreek Stevenson gets a pick six. And I spoke to Tyreek after in the locker room. I said, did you really think Will Levis is going to throw that? And he looked at me. I can't even say what he said in the locker room, but he did not expect that ball to be in his hands and ended up being there, and he took it back to the house.
Yeah, I mean, just really an incredible performance, especially from the defense when they needed it most. What I was saying was, you know, that's a game that Matt Eberflus's team has not historically won, and they finally got it done.
They finally got it done, and you were actually at Caleb Williams' post-game press conference. Again, not the game that he probably envisioned, but what was he like after this one?
He preached the team, and that's a great attitude to have, especially after your first game in the NFL, when it doesn't go your way and you still get the win. And that's what's most important here for Bears fans in general, is that they're 1-0, and going into next week against the Houston Texans, it's a big matchup. But when he was looking for things to improve on, he said, I have the motivation, I couldn't get the big plays, but we'll be ready next week.
And you know what? Look, and that's, I think when you take that, what Caleb Williams said, how the defense played, how the special teams played, I would say overall the vibes are really high here in Chicago because, again, most importantly, in week one where anything can kind of happen, the Bears came away with the victory, and again, that's all that counts. We'll see if those vibes continue, like you said, next week against the Houston Texans in prime time on Sunday Night Football.
We all silly like the mayor.